What is going on, guys? This is Miasin, and this is my updated Blue Eyes deck profile featuring the new cards from, I don't know if we're gonna get them in the Megatins, but the True Light and some other cards for Dark Magician and Blue Eyes, but I think this is the only card that Blue Eyes really wants to play. And yeah, I mean, this deck is really cool. You get to play either the control build or the aggressive combo build, but unfortunately with LP getting banned in the last ban list that we got, I think it was last ban list, the combo version of this deck got a little worse, so you might have to play the control build if you want better results competitively speaking. But before we get into the analysis of the ratios and everything, make sure you like and subscribe. It really motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these, and let's jump right into it. So of course we're playing 3 Blue Eyes. It's the heart and soul of the deck, as they all say. They also said the same thing with Cyber Dragon, but that was incorrect. But yeah, Blue Eyes White Dragon is a good card. You kind of want to have multiple copies in your deck at all time, so you can summon it from the deck with the effect of White Stone of Ancient. And obviously if you can Foolish, double Foolish with Dragon Shrine, double Foolish for Blue Eyes White Dragon and either White Stone of Legend or Ancient, you might be able to use Return of the Dragon Lords and still have another resource at your disposal. So Shrine definitely functions much more efficiently than Foolish Burial, because Foolish Burial, yeah, sure, it has the flexibility of sending the non-dragons, but it doesn't really matter to us because all of the monsters that we're playing literally are dragon monsters anyways, and getting the ability to double send monsters is really important, so that's why we're playing 2 Dragon Shrine and 0 Foolish Burial. But yeah, 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon, I think this is, I don't think I have to explain much more than that. And then 2 Alternative. Now this card is a little brickier, so you want to play only 2 and not necessarily 3, because if you have this, you also have to have Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hand, otherwise it's just going to sit there and do nothing. So it's a little worse. Chaos Dragon Lavineer is also the kind of card that you want to only have access to it when you really need it, and not just early game every single time, because you do have to have quite a lot of setup for the summon of Chaos Dragon Lavineer, as you have to banish 3 light and or dark from your graveyard, but you get a really cool effect depending on the flavor of, the attributes that you banish. So if you're banishing 3 lights, you get to summon back a monster from your grave in defense. If you're banishing 3 dark, you get to shuffle back a random card from your opponent's hand into the deck. And if you're banishing a combination of light and dark, you get to destroy 2 cards on the field without targeting, which is really nice. But yeah, I think 1 Lavineer is way more than enough, and technically you could see it as 4 copies of Lavineer, because we are playing 3 Melody of Awakening Dragon, and in a deck with quite a lot of draw power, as you can see with my double Desires, double Trade-In, and double Cards of Consonance. So you're going to be able to see that Lavineer when you do need it, but at least you're not going to clog on too many copies of the card when you don't want it, which is the important thing here. 1 Dragon Spirit of White, I'm going to be completely honest with you, I really am considering upping this card to 2, because I think in the control build, not in the the aggressive combo build, but in the control build, Dragon Spirit of White is actually really, really nice, especially in tandem with revival cards such as Return of the Dragon Lords, Silver's Cry, because it is considered as a normal monster in the graveyard, so you'll be able to revive it back during your opponent's turn and then banish a spell or trap on the field. So it's a great way at picking up boards, and also you can summon this off of the Hieratic Seal in order to banish a spell or trap, which kind of allows Hieratic Seal to act as a double interruption, because not only do you get to bounce back a card, but also banish a spell or trap. So against a deck like, I don't know, Eldritch, you can bounce back your own card and then summon the Dragon Spirit of White during your opponent's turn and banish that cursed Eldland. So just one of those several examples of Dragon Spirit of White actually coming in clutch during your opponent's turn, but even during your own turn, it's really, really good. It has like a relatively neat effect where if your opponent controls a monster, I believe, you can tribute Dragon Spirit of White to summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand. It's not like a super powerful effect because you're not really going +1, but if your opponent is trying to negate your Dragon Spirit of White with something like a Forbidden Chalice or Widow Anchor or anything, you can just tribute it and then special summon your Blue Eyes, and this is obviously no longer on the field being targeted by that negation card, so it will not get negated, and therefore it will resolve, well, on the field, but in the graveyard, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Anyways, 3 Nebula Dragon, this is probably one of the coolest cards in the Blue Eyes deck. You can reveal it and 1 other level 8 dragon from your hand. So we are playing, well, yeah, this doesn't really count in the Lavineer either. So 3 Blue Eyes and Dragon Spirit of White, or even Nebula itself. You special summon both of them in defense, but their effects are negated. And you can only normal or special, well, you can't normal or special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except light or dark dragon Dragon monsters, but it's fine because we can still access our Draglubion into the Numeron Dragon if you want to OTK our opponent, or Horp Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy if we're trying to set up going first. So great card. And then we are playing those 3 copies of Whitestone of Ancient, then 1 of Whitestone of Legend, triple Sage with Eyes of Blue, because obviously we're trying to resolve cards of Consonance as often as possible. We want a lot of targets. And then the 1 of Valor that is searchable by Sage of Eyes of Blue. I don't really want to play multiple hand traps in this deck. I don't think this is the kind of deck that really benefits off of playing a lot of hand traps. During your own turn, if you're going second and you start using all of your draw cards and draw into those hand traps, you're really going to regret it. So you want to draw into extenders so you can keep playing the game, and you don't really want to break on multiple copies of cards that do the exact same thing. That's why I wanted a lot of variety and 2-ofs everywhere instead of just having 3-ofs, 3-ofs, 3-ofs. I wanted like 2-ofs, 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 2-ofs. So with more 2-ofs instead of 3-ofs, you get kind of make sure that your hands are more often playable than not. So yeah, I think this is correct for the most part. Melody of Awakening Dragon is not a once per turn, and unlike Trade-in and Cards of Consonance, it only requires you to discard 1 card, not like one specific kind of card. So I think Melody is the only card that doesn't really fit in that category, and Shrine is a once per turn, whereas Melody isn't. And Return of the Dragon Lords, it's not a once per turn, but the fact is you have to still have a valid target in your graveyard if you want to use it, and sometimes Return of the Dragon Lord could be dead on a turn 1, so you might only be able to use it after like turn 2, turn 3, whatever. And that's just an unfortunate thing about the card, whereas Melody, at least it kind of gets your stuff going in a way. You can search Alternative and White Dragon, Blue Eyes, so you can immediately summon that alternative, or if you already have one of them, you can get to search, you know, the Chaos Dragon Levinier with something else, so it's pretty cool. And then yeah, Upstart Goblin, Monster Reborn, double Bingo Machine with Call by the Grave, double Destined Rivals, but I'm actually not a big fan of this. I might consider just not playing the card at all. And the True Light is a good card, but at the same time, it kind of backfires sometimes where my opponent just has to destroy this card and all my monsters are dead. So my opponent doesn't even have to necessarily go through my board. Just destroying one single spell or trap also takes care of the rest. So it's kind of like Eternal Soul, where you place all of your eggs into one basket, and if it's not your day because your opponent had the out, it's not your day. Yeah, very risky, but really nice when it pays off. Anyways, for the extra deck, Azure Eyes, double Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, Blue Eyes, Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, really good card. It's an interruption that you get to summon off of the Spirit Dragon in order to bounce back a special summon monster your opponent controls into the hand. And then yeah, we have the Zeus Galaxy Eyes Cypher X Dragon. This card is really cool. So basically, when you go Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, this card, in order to steal your opponent's monster, the monster's name becomes Galaxy, I think it becomes Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon? Yeah, it becomes Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, and this you can just Xyz on top of any monster whose name is Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. Cypher Dragon. Oh my god. And it doesn't have to be an Xyz monster, which is the crazy part. So you can literally steal like a Link monster and Xyz Cypher X on top, which is just ridiculous. Cypher Blade, on the other hand, is not the same. You have to overlay it on top of a rank 8 Galaxy Eyes Xyz monster, so they don't have the same summoning conditions as each other, but this has a pretty neat effect where you can detach a material and then destroy 1 card on the field. So this is what you summon on top of the Cypher Dragon, and just as a reminder, Cypher X is what you summon on top of the monster that you stole with your opponent, from your opponent with the Cypher Dragon. And then of course Draglubion with the Horp Harbinger, Numeron Dragon, Dingirsu as a good rank 8 toolbox card. Doesn't destroy, doesn't target, why not? And of course Hieratic Seal, Linkuriboh, Relinquish Tenima. I'm not going to go through the idea section because everything is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm going to thank you guys for watching this video. Of course, again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.